Welcome back to Jungle Gap. In this video, we're back with another Inside the Mind of a Challenger Jungler, where I break down my thought process and decision making so you can apply some of the same fundamentals and concepts in your own games. Today, we're going to be looking at a Nidalee game I played, demonstrating how to utilize fast-paced, high-tempo identity champions to their full potential. This can apply to other junglers who fall into this category, such as Kindred, where the mastery of your champion's kit and understanding their identity can be extremely rewarding. As many of us know, Nidalee for the most part does not scale. In fact, she falls off and becomes redundant quite quickly. The way you should think about this is that it makes sense. She should become useless later in the game due to the fact that she has one of the strongest early game kits. This means we need to push our champion to their limits, create advantages by using important fundamentals and snowballing to end the game in 20 minutes. What's up everyone, I'm Coach Leo, also known as Babip. I've been a professional jungler for the past 6 years, played at Worlds 4 times, and have plenty of coaching experience. If you're interested in fast-tracking your learning and achieving your desired rank, book a private coaching session or join the community by heading over to the Jungle Gap Discord, which will be in the description below. Okay, so jumping into the game now. I break down the checklist into, extreme detail just for the sake of the explaining in the video to you guys. But in this case, I want to make it more realistic. I wanted to show you guys exactly what I'm thinking when I see these two drafts. And I'm still going to be using the checklist, but I just want to show you how quickly I'm going to make this plan. And, the details that I'm going to use the most time on. So instantly I see Malphite versus Gnar. I know that in this matchup, I'm just going to go here level 6 to get my free kill on Gnar. I'm never going to waste too much time here. As far as win conditions go in this game, I'm looking to play for dragons. Like I said, I want to end the game in 20 minutes. And how I do that is just by farming kills and dragons. In terms of scaling, enemy team probably has a slight advantage because they have Gnar, Caitlyn, and Swain into Zed Malphite. Right? So really what's important for us is to snowball. Get dragons, get kills, and the most important lane in this game is because of this is a double range bot matchup, right? With absolutely no sustain. They're just going to be throwing abilities at each other 24/7. It's going to be extremely volatile. Whichever jungler plays around bot this game better is going to win the game. And that's as far as my game plan goes. That's my thought process for this game. Instantly here, I'm pinging my team. I either want a ward or I just want to look to, utilize the strong level 1 as soon as I can, which literally starts at level 1. At level 1 as Nidalee, I'm always looking to run in and just throw spears at people because you never know. Sometimes you get a flash, sometimes you get a chunk. At the end, the reward here is just the ward here on the Elise's camp. And as you're going to see in this level 1, I'm also pinging that I want my blue warded as well. So my game plan is to clear down and play around bot side, right? That's the main game plan. I think I could have played to late invade potentially, but I think this is a little bit risky just for the fact that we already showed up here. The late invade may be risky. Of course, as well, they still have a strong level 1. Late invading you really want to do when you know for certain that you win the 3v3. Like, extremely hard. It's something risky and it's something that, is also pretty common. This game is around a Grandmaster level. And you'll see how both junglers play around, because, of course, Elise also knows that the win condition for both teams is bot lane, right? It's whichever jungler plays around bot lane better. Okay, so first thing we're going to go over here as I pause. I already know that 90% of junglers, maybe not you guys if you watch my videos or not, but 90% of junglers here below like Grandmaster or Master tier is instantly thinking, well, he takes my blue, I'm going to take his blue, right? But of course, if you watch my videos, you know that this is incorrect based on the fact that this game revolves around the bot matchup. So my thought process here isn't, oh, I'm going to go trade his blue. Of course, it's, I need to go and match him here and try and kill him when he takes my Gromp. So as we can play, you'll see that, he also understands this, right? He understands this. He takes my blue and instantly doesn't stay on my Gromp and tries to impact the bot lane before me. He's trying to impact the bot before I can. And my decision here is, okay, you want to use your tempo here. I could go here right now and try and, impact it level 2 as well. But, utilizing my good kind of map awareness, I could maybe go bot here for a kill. But I understand that my bot lane is playing well. They're doing good here. So I'm just going to make the better play in my opinion. Because if I can now punish the Elise by doing that level 2 gank, by taking his red and his Krugs, then now all of a sudden he has no camps to play bot side. And I'm stronger than him level 3. I can impact the bot matchup now more than he can if I just do this play. So here I'm looking to, I have a Hawkeye on bot lane. I'm constantly looking at what's happening. I lag here a little bit. I don't have smite. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I don't have enough time to take his Krugs because I know Elise is basing now and running back. So I decided to not take the Krugs here. Even just throwing a spear here, throwing a spear over the wall, as you'll see later on in the game, I do that as well. It's all about just at the highest level. It's about just throwing, getting small advantages, whether that's just landing a spear, whether that's killing a ward, whatever it is. Of course, even in, lower elo, gold, plat, whatever it is you're in, the game plan should still be the same. It's just not going to be this fast, right? Okay, we see. What are Elise's options out of base when she bases? Of course, she's going to run straight back to the bot side. Because what else is she going to do top side? If she leaves me alone on the bot side, it's terrible for the blue side. So both junglers understand this, and this is why you see this extremely fast-paced gameplay. It would make absolutely zero sense for Elise to path to her top side there. And we have a fight here, whatever. I think we end up trading some kills for some kills. I get a little bit greedy here. I don't, think about the Caitlyn net. I tried to get the auto Q. She flashes forwards. And I die. And when you're playing Nidalee, the champion identity, it's not like some games, yes, you will be full clearing, but the really, really important fundamental that you need to know is opportunity assessment and your map awareness. These are the two most important things when you play these kind of high tempo, fast paced champions. You really want to utilize their kits to the maximum that you can. Some games you will be full clearing. I'm not saying that you have to play like a complete psycho every single game, but when there are opportunities on the map, you need to take advantage of them. You need to be very aware. And this is kind of why I only suggest Nidalee at high elos, and you need to be you need to have a very high champion mastery. So here, I'm looking top. Of course, I'm not looking to spend any time. Even if I were to gank top here and just ban a flash, that would be completely useless because, it wouldn't be completely useless, but my time is needed elsewhere, pretty much. I'm only going to look top at level 6 if it's a free kill. Looking mid, this is what I mean by opportunity assessment. I'm looking just for any kind of play like this. Playing fast pace, even though this could be seen as kind of a waste of time. I could have gone to my wolves here and then gone to the bot grab, something else. I understand that Zed's wave here, if I just go back a little bit, his wave is kind of bad. He's in a bad condition. So I'm just going to help him out here, help him push out. Push this guy off the wave, help this guy get a reset. This isn't too bad for me because obviously I can just, this path like this is not too bad. And also I could just cross mid here, either take the Krugs or maybe, the Scuttle or even the Raptors. So, and I think what happens here is we, the Zed misplays a little bit here by missing his Q. And I kind of flip where Elise is here and she ends up throwing up and killing me. So, what could we have done better in this play? If we go back, we already got the win here. Okay, if Zed wants to trade his life 1-for-1 for the Swain, he can do that. He can trade 1-for-1 and deny these minions because that would be worth for him. But I definitely think it was a mistake on my part to not consider where Elise was and just trade my life as well. But, in times like this, you kind of feel the need to follow the Zed, even though he missed Q. But yeah, this was a mistake. I should have done Raptors. I should have done Wolves, and I should have been on the bot side now. Okay, so I know Elise is top side now. So I'm pinging. I'm giving my team some information. And of course, because my Krugs are not spawning for a while, I missed my kind of cycle. I missed my structure. So now I'm just running to impact the bot lane straight away because I made a mistake. And, just thinking about the map awareness here, yes, I'm looking at my character, but it's kind of for the purpose of trying to make sure my pounces... I'm looking to get bot as soon as I can. So, I'm looking bot here. I'm checking. Okay, the wave is pushing. Now I know it's going to bounce backwards to the enemy. I know Elise is most likely topside. I'm gathering these variables and this information. I'm kind of calculating these factors. I could do camps here, but I know Caitlyn has no flash, right? I know that this is something that I can impact immediately. And this is kind of where, I understand the default play here. The default play is to do Wolves Gromp, wait for the bot lane to bounce in, and then look to impact, right? But this is where that X factor, this is where you can kind of break the rules. Once you master the game, you can understand that in this game, my bot lane can push this wave incredibly quickly. I want to punish the fact that Elise is topside. So I want to impact this bot lane matchup as soon as humanly possible. And I'm just looking to literally run here through vision, through everything, and just throw spears at them until my team pushes. Because I know that my team is going to push this wave. And I'm literally going to just throw here, and I'm just going to throw spears. If Elise wants to clear down, it's okay. I'm not too worried about that, but I'm pretty sure she's on the top side camps. And I literally come here and I just throw spears. And this is kind of knowing my champion's limitations. This is understanding that the bot matchup is everything in this game. This is understanding that the wave is going to bounce. This is understanding that Caitlyn has no flash. And it's also that X factor. Usually I would probably say, what's the point of doing this? The wave isn't good, you know, all of these other factors. But this is where you can really break the rules. And this is where just knowing your champion very well comes into play. And it's very rewarding. And this demonstrates kind of the high-paced playstyle that I'm kind of trying to convey here in this video. I want to show you how fast-paced that you can play on some of these champions. Okay, so now here. Usually here, I start my recall and I'm looking to base and do the same structured cycle where I clear my topside camps because my Krugs are spawning, my Raptors are spawning in a cycle. So I'm looking to do the standard play here, right? But then something that I realize happens is that these champions show up here and they're starting to do the dragon. So I make the very, very quick assessment. And of course, Elise is also thinking, well, you just used your move here to dive my bot lane and take my Raptors. So now it's my turn, right? He's thinking now it's my turn. And this would be correct. However, when you get to a high level and when you kind of understand adaptation more, the things that I understand here is that, okay, the dragon also is going to do damage too. So it's kind of like a 4.5 v4. Whereas we have 4.5 because dragon is on our side, damaging them. So this is one advantage. The second advantage is Zed is level 6. His condition is okay. My condition is okay, full HP, although I have 1200 gold. I value, and I think that this fight, and I value the dragon enough in this game, that I don't want to give this for free, right? Because the best, you know, the thing that I'm going to trade here is I'm going to have tempo, but this dragon to me in this game is very, very important for me to win and for me to have kind of insurance to win this game because my champion falls off. So here I make the decision, hey, this is not allowed. I'm spam pinging it. Hey, what's going on here? I'm spam pinging, right? And my team instantly reacts here. And even if they are going to like finish the dragon, I still want to make them work for it, right? And this is all about adaptation. And now I'm just wanting to go through the exact mechanics of it. So the first thing, awareness, decision making. Okay, I know that my bot lane can make it here before they kill it. And all I'm looking to do here is I don't want to engage yet. I'm not going to play to steal. I'm just going to play for the fight. I want to make them work for it. So here, I'm just throwing spears, clearing some vision. Okay. Really important here is that I position myself. I want to run down to this position here because this spear is a better angle for them to dodge because they're against this wall, right? So this is a champion mastery thing. The reason I don't keep spearing from here is because they can dodge left and right. But in this angle, they can only dodge right. So this spear line like this is going to hit them much more than if I'm spearing like this, right? They have more places to dodge here. So this is just a small mechanical thing. This is why champion mastery is so important. So I'm just being so annoying to them right now, right? This spear line, right? It's much harder for them to dodge this spear. Even though I think I aimed it a little bit poor there, I should have aimed it more towards this angle. The thought process is just wait for your team, stall. I'm not playing to steal here. This is very important. I'm not even thinking about stealing it here. I just want to make sure that we at least get some kills to work for it. So you can see now this picture, this is completely unplayable for them, even though from a fundamental, viewpoint, it looked like a good play for Elise. But this is where some of that adaptation comes in. I did an action bot, and now I'm going to do another action because it's favorable. It's in my favor. Like, there are factors. So say, for example, the bot lane was going to be later. They were dead. Zed was like bad condition or whatever. Then I would have to give the dragon, right? But making those calculations very quickly and making sure you spam ping to your team is very important. Okay, another thing. I'm going to go backwards really quick. You see another champion mastery thing here. Karma is tethering this champion right here, right? So I'm not going to throw my spear straight away. This is another very important thing to know your champion, okay? Dodging Lux Bind. And making sure I position myself. I'm running to the right here. So I want to make sure I spear off this route. Because you should always hold your skill shots for guaranteed CC. So here, I'm holding my spear for it. I get into a position where I can hit that guy that gets tethered. And now he just gets one shot. And of course, the fight is just now hard winning. And everything, you know, and now the game is going to be very much so in our favor because, you know, obviously we just got so much gold. We also still get the dragon. And now let's see what the decisions I make now to really snowball this game. Because that's really the main focus of this video is how do you snowball and actually win the game from this point? And this, you know, this 9 Dark Seal right here, this is really how you want to play these AP junglers. Evelynn, Elise, Nidalee, Echo. It's all kind of the same thing. Farm kills, snowball, don't die, don't throw because you don't scale. Here, I look to go top here. Why do I look to go top here? Well, now my Malphite has level 6. And obviously if he lands the ult, which is very likely, if I land the spear, the Gnar will die, right? So this is the one time I'm looking to go top because I still want to farm kills, right? But this is just very, very high percentage that this works. Because my Malphite now has, if he had no ult, of course I would never look for this. So my Malphite's going in. I will say there, I remember that I misplayed this. I needed to throw my spear off the ult, right? I need to throw it earlier because otherwise it gives a chance for Gnar to flash it. So this was my misplay here. I didn't spear off the ult. So he has that fraction of a second to flash it. So even though, I mean, we still kill him. And, you know, now I'm just so strong that, you know, just taking a look at the items from me and Elise, you know, I have a Sheen, 10 Dark Seal stacks, the Hex Tech thing. It's not even close. And this is where, you know, of course, the champion mechanics, again, knowing your champion's limitation. I know that I can actually kill him here if I use Q then E. So... So, you know, playing this high tempo playstyle, it's very opportunistic and it's very much so about pushing those limits and that X factor. So I'm looking for camps here, nothing up, still wanting to part towards bot lane, still wanting to part towards my win condition. And now all my camps are up, right? You could say maybe I could invade his red side here, but I just see the most guaranteed, you know, a big gold swing here, which is just farming all the way down. I think I actually skip my... Krugs here. I think this is something that you can do when you feel like you're kind of slow on your bot lane cycle, right? So I used all this time here to kill this. I looked for these camps. So now I'm just going to skip my Krugs because that kind of was my Krug timer, right? When I did all of that. And see, Elise has a chance here to go bot. And important here, just to go back quickly, my pings, right? I know I'm going to be topside farming my camps and I know where Elise is. You know, I've warded her topside. She has to be going bot side. So I ping my team here. Another fundamental, pinging where the enemy jungle is. She shows up there, of course, expected. Maybe this saved my team, maybe it didn't. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. It definitely will win you more games and save your lanes more over time. They fight here. Now I'm skipping my bot side camps because I want to impact the bot. Skirmish or whatever happened here. And I see, okay, can't kill him. Back to camps. I think here, I probably should have gone to his red side because I think he actually didn't do a single camp. He just ran straight bot. But I think I was unsure of that at the time. So still areas to be improved. Even in this game that looks pretty good, I think I could be still doing more. And now I'm just waiting for my bot lane to come back again. So as soon as they come back, you could see this as when they're dead, it's kind of like my downtime, right? So maybe I couldn't ever have... Maybe I could not have invaded these camps, actually, now that I think about it. Because their bot lane will be right here. And the Elise will be here, and the Swain will be here. So, at most, I may get one camp, but it may just be a waste of time. But now, as soon as my bot lane gets back onto tempo, what am I looking to do? I kind of want to be doing my camps when they're in base. As soon as they get back, they're ready to go. I'm getting ready to go as well. So now I end up running into his red side. So this is a tempo assessment. I want to be on tempo with my bot lane. Waiting for the root to land before I throw spear. I'm not throwing my spear until the root lands. Now I'll throw it. Champion mastery. This is like the #1 thing you need to learn as Nidalee when you first start playing this champion. You need to wait for CC. Okay, Elise's topside. I'm okay with this. I still don't care about grubs, right? I don't care about grubs at all. The only thing I care about is getting my bot lane, making sure my bot lane is okay, playing on the bot side of the map. Like I said before, the only time I'm looking to go topside is to get the freebie with the Malphite ult. just for myself, you know, to get the free kill. Now I'm looking here, you know, I'm thinking I could go for the kill on Caitlyn again, but again, my cycle has now begun. My Krugs are up, my Raptors are going to spawn next. 1800 gold, good time to base. Okay, so I end up actually going back to the bot side here, which is weird. Very weird mistake, to be honest. I definitely should be pathing up, clearing my Krugs, clearing my Raptors, then clearing down to the dragon spawning. But very oddly, I go to my wolves here. Very strange. This was not good. Because now, as you can see, I end up just going back to the top side anyway. So really, finding that middle ground between, you know, a structured gameplay and having that X factor is the thing that, you know, is the hardest thing to master. Obviously here, now I just pick up some more kills. But I would have actually been here if I just pathed from the Krugs from the start, you know. That was my weak side timing. I would have defended that play. I would have got kills either way. But yeah, finding that balance between chaos and structure is something that, you know, I still haven't even mastered. And it's something that is very, very important when playing these kind of champions. Now I'm just kind of playing very free-flowing. I'm looking to get kills anywhere. And this is kind of what can happen when, as you will see here, this is what happens when you kind of get lost in the chaos, right? You stop thinking about where people are. You start just running around the map. And this is another mistake. I should have just been clearing to bot from this entire round. I should have just been clearing down, killing them at my weak side timer. So I would have pathed to Krugs. I would have killed them there when they went for my Malphite. And then I would have just cleared down Raptors, Wolves, Gromp, Dragon, invade again, play with my bot lane. But you see here, this was a terrible round by me. Like, actually terrible round. I'm just playing very free-flowing, and this is where you will throw. This exact scenario is exactly the typical throw scenario where I didn't keep the structure, and I fell too much into the chaos side of things. And also, I completely just misplayed mechanically that skirmish. But, you know, okay, Dragon's up. I get back on track. I make sure I don't run top here. So you see how Elise is running top. Okay, now I get back on track. I say, okay, play for objective, give my game some direction. And this really could have all just stemmed from me not thinking about the dragon spawn timer out of base. I think if I was thinking about that from base, if I had that in my mind, I would have just pathed to my Krugs and cleared down. And what's important here, okay, at least I didn't run top, and at least I didn't involve myself in this top skirmish, right? At least I played for the dragon here. So I didn't get completely lost. So, as you can see here, my entire team dies, okay? Malphite dies, Ezreal dies, Karma dies. You know, I made the correct play not to go to top and involve myself in this skirmish. I played for the dragon instead. I have 2 dragons now. I'm on track to carry this game by just getting the dragons and using my lead to make the difference in the skirmishes that are actually like favorable and actually fightable. But I make the biggest mistake, and one of the things that I always tell the students that I coach is when your team is dead, just have downtime, farm the camps until your lanes spawn, and then go for a favorable fight. But as you can see here, even myself, I get sucked into the chaos of the game. You know, I see this Lux here. It's so juicy. I want to, you know, I throw the spear, I land the spear, get hit by the bind, and guess what? I die. And this is exactly the way that on these champions, this is the exact example of how you're going to lose these games. Just by, you know, it's something so simple as, you know, going for a kill and getting punished for it when your entire team is dead. So what should I have done there again? Just do the camps, have downtime. You have, you know, until Ezreal spawns. When Ezreal spawns at 8 seconds, I press the base button and then I run out with my lane and I'm on tempo with my team again. So, you know, I make the #1 rule of, you know, of the downtime fundamental. And this is something that definitely happens in your guys' games. I know this for sure. Your team dies, your team's skirmishing, you're really fed. You feel like you want to make that difference, right? You have that pressure of, oh, I need to carry the game. But all you need to do there is just have downtime. Farm your camps. When your team is dead, farm your camps. Unless you know 100% that it's a free kill, farm your camps. So, in the mid game, what are we thinking about? So now, as I say always, the game doesn't become really full clear, although this isn't really black or white. It more so becomes a side of the map we're playing. And so the side of the map that I'm playing is the top side, right? Because it's the objective that's spawning, it's the Rift Herald. So I'm never touching my bot side camps here. I'm going to do my red, one camp, and then I'm going to look to either take the enemy camps, the Scuttle, the Rift Herald, whatever it is. Still, just like in the other game, I'm looking just to poke, throw spears, create pressure. Enemy team is under so much pressure right now, and in this case, we end up just being able to, you know, take the mid tower. But the main fundamental thing here is in the mid game, you want to play towards a side of the map instead of just like going here and like full clearing towards the Rift Herald. This would be incorrect. You want to path out to the side of the map you're playing. Past 14 minutes, it becomes like this. Pre 14 minutes, it's kind of more like this, where you farm towards the objective. In this case, you just run directly at the objective when it's spawning. Of course, this depends on, you know, different kind of things like, you know, when the objective is spawning and how much time you have to farm camps. But, you know, as a foundation, for the most part, as a guide, that's how you want to think about the game. And here, I'm really reluctant to want to do the Rift Herald, but I think I ended up doing it now after the Gromp. Because I always want to take the camps first, you know, do the thing that's, you know, working from back to front. Like I always say, you want to take these camps, you know, then the Scuttle, then the Rift Herald. Still being very aware where I want to impact next. I'm not actually sure what I'm building this game. Where's that haunting, guys? Oh, I'm building, let's see, what do I build? Okay, so I instantly am basing here. Because now we're going to play on the other side of the map, right? Now we're kind of flipping sides. Okay, I'm building Landry's. That's interesting. I think I saw someone do this build like Canyon or something, and I wanted to try it. It actually does feel pretty good. So here, yeah, again, I'm not looking to farm down. This is the mid game now, so I'm not looking to farm my camps down. I'm just looking to instantly go onto the map, depending on the tempo of my team. I'm instantly looking to just go onto the map on the bot side. Take the kill. Okay, so now, look, my entire team is basing. So, would it be correct to run into his jungle right now? Of course not. Now is the time, downtime again. Instead of looking for some random kill like I died before, I learned my lesson, and now I'm just going to farm camps. Farm camps, waiting for my team, not doing anything too risky, starting to set up. Okay, now my team is back. Kind of. I guess I see them topside. And remember, I don't really want to play slow right here, right? I want to play quickly. As soon as my team is ready to go, I want to be placing the Rift Herald and I want to impact. So this is where I use my impact, you know, as fed as I am. This is what it looks like to impact the game. You know, would it be worth running and chasing those kills top? No. Does this at least kill win the game? No. Getting this mid tower, pressuring the game, wins the game. Of course, Malphite kills her anyway, but the idea is still the same. Now I really want to go onto that top side. So after you kill things like this, should we keep sieging this tower? Is it possible that we're going to kill this tower? No, of course not. You need to instantly, after making the play like that, look for the camps. I don't need to be in my bot lane anymore. They can just wave clear and I can farm. Make sure the enemy team, make sure that they can't breathe when you're playing Nidalee and you're this fed. Now, because there's no more camps to farm, I'm going back to help my bot lane. We should be starting to set up for the dragon now. Yep, okay, I ping it. I should be probably looking for a base here. Karma's going topside. I look for a kill here. 2 fed. Pushing some limits now. Making sure that I don't die. Making sure I'm just spacing away. I know that there's no kill threat on me because all I need to dodge is like Lux Binding or Swain Snare. Swain Binding, I guess. And instantly, as soon as the dragon spawns, I'm looking to do it. So you can see, even though this game looks pretty won, I still really, really want the insurance of the soul. So every single time I play Nidalee, because of the amount of games that I've lost, the amount of games I've lost by just not taking dragons is too many to count. So now I'm just getting the dragon, I'm getting the soul. It's my kind of entire purpose when I play Nidalee now. Of course, golden XP is priority over that. You know, I'm not going to sacrifice golden XP for getting dragon. But to ensure the win, I need to get the Dragon Soul. So here again, taking a look at this round. Okay, I'm never pathing to clear up. I'm just pathing to a side. Ezreal dies here, but I see everyone on the map. So this is a time where, again, you know, I could have downtime here and clear out my camps, which would be completely fine. But I see everyone on the bot side. So I'm making this play. Just because I see everyone, this time I end up landing the spear, waiting for him to, you know, the Malphite. You see here, again, I'm not throwing my spear. Until Malphite ult connects, I'm not throwing it. And so what is the difference between this play before? Because, you know, I'm kind of contradicting myself here. You know, your team dies, so you should have downtime, right? But the difference here is that I see everyone. And of course, I still have like 4 people alive and they have 1 dead and we have 1 dead, right? So it's kind of 4v4. So it's not exactly the same. And this is just going to have to come down to like how well you adapt and how well you can make decisions. This is really the skill of jungling. And now I know that his topside camps are spawning again because I took them last time. Take the camps. And now I definitely don't want to fight here, right? I'm not looking to fight here. If I fight, I'm going to be doing it very, very slowly. But I don't want to instantly commit. You see how I'm not really just instantly committing it? I'm just poking. Just throwing spears, kiting out the Swain, waiting for my team. Still kiting out Swain ult. And now I just let my team work. That spear was not very good because I should have waited for, you know, a bit. Of course, this is how, and you know, I'm not the one to engage this first, right? This is very important. In this fight, just to go back, the way I'm playing this fight is I'm not the one going in first. I'm the one cleaning up, right? So what a lot of times that I coach people, you don't want to be the one to kind of like, especially if you're playing like Kindred in Italy, you don't want to really be the one to engage. You want to be the one to clean up. Because what happens when this fight, you can see, I'm not going in. I'm just waiting. Wait for Ezreal. Wait for Karma. Let Malphite kind of soak all this damage. Give us all this, you know, space. Give us this distraction. And playing a carry, this is how you impact with your lead. This is exactly how. And the good thing about being alive and not being the one who died is that after the fight happens, I'm able to collect all of the farm all around the map. So the mid wave, the Raptors if they were up, the red buff. You know, if I had died there, I wouldn't have got the gold from the mid wave. I would have given a bounty. You know, plenty of negatives to that. So I get to collect all the farm. And you see, I have 16 kills, but my farm is still 145 at 20 minutes, which is pretty high for the amount of, you know, how active I was on the map this game. And you can see when you take good opportunities and when you're making sure you live at the end of a fight, you can get kills and you can have a high CS. So this isn't like a low CS playstyle. This is a carry playstyle. Here, okay, I'm looking to do a sneaky camp. This is what I call a sneaky camp. I should be playing to the Baron side. So I think I'll probably skip the Gromp here, which I should. So all I'm looking for here is just to get the blue buff, obviously, to you know, blue buff is nice for my entire team. Taking camps along the way. I'm kind of being in proximity to my team to be able to follow up. And so I think the game ends now. And to kind of conclude this video, obviously, from what I usually teach, this game is breaking a lot of the rules, right? You know, I'm adapting a lot of the fundamentals that I usually coach to the people that I coach. I'm adapting a lot of these fundamentals, but that really is what playing Nidalee and these kind of champions that have this identity is all about. You need to have that X factor. You need to know when to play fast in order to really carry these games. Otherwise, if you just like AFK farm, yeah, you're just going to become useless late game. And this is kind of how these champions work. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments any feedback or what champions that I should cover next. And hopefully you were able to take some of the things from this video and apply them into your own games.